The hidden fees at restaurants are insane now. Do they think people are made out of money? Take a look at these videos. It's about time these restaurants get exposed.
Californians, before you pay any bill at a restaurant, you might want to focus in on a new fee that's becoming more popular, the living wage fee.
Let me put you guys on to the biggest scam in Miami Beach when it comes to restaurants. Not only do they add 7% to the bill, but they also automatically add.
Restaurant bill had a 4% charge for health insurance or staff wellness. And I've been seeing this on the receipts of restaurants all over San Diego. They're allowed to put it on there, but you can't be forced to pay it.
Then the waitress came and said, "Oh, let me see that. Let me show you how to pay," and interrupted the swiping, and they charged us $2.99.
Thank you. All right, Vegas, here we go again. These hidden fees, I'm telling you. So if you haven't seen my last video, check it out. But this is proof right here. I literally got receipts. So this tourist right here comes to Vegas, goes to Hell's Kitchen, has a summer sampler right up there for 80 bucks.
Okay, so you know when you go to a restaurant and then you bring your own wine, then obviously they're going to charge you a fee, usually like a $10 fee or $20 fee for whatever wine that you bring in, because you're not drinking their wine, you're drinking your...
I bring my own container now when I get a takeout order. I got to bring my own bag, my own container, and make sure that it's not hidden in the bill.
Before you eat at a restaurant, watch out for this scam. Hi, waiter, I'm ready for the check. Here you go, sir. Here's the check. What is this random 3% fee? Is that like an automatic tip or something?
Why do so many restaurants have hidden fees nowadays? You go to a restaurant, the burger is $16 because they hate you. Fries are not included.
I'm gonna give y'all a little tip just in case you didn't already know about this. You know how when you go to a restaurant and you sit down and they've got those little things on the table where you can, like, those little digital deals where you can push the buttons and like request your waiter, get more water. You can pay on your, like you pay for your check there. You know, the little digital things.
So you're supposed to tip on top of already paying a service fee.
Why do so many restaurants have hidden fees nowadays? You go to a restaurant, the burger is $16 because they hate you. Fries are not included. And then you get the bill, and then not only is there tax, there's also a credit card surcharge fee, a service fee, but don't worry, you're still expected to tip on top of the service fee. And by the way, you probably went up and ordered from a screen yourself. You probably didn't even talk to a human being, because why would you be expected to talk to the person giving you service? I mean, who do restaurants think they are? Airlines? It's like trying to go to any restaurant is like trying to go to a budget airline. It doesn't even matter if it's a fancy restaurant. They will still charge you a credit card surcharge fee. Hey man, that's just the cost of doing business. I want complete transparency in your pricing like I'm on Airbnb. At this point, why even put the prices on the menu if they're gonna be anywhere from 25 to 35% higher than what is on the menu already? It is ridiculous.
What are these places thinking? The American people have had enough. Do they really think they're dumb? People are catching on and avoiding these places. Might as well order takeout. There's no point of dining in. This restaurant scam is ridiculous.
Let me put you guys on to the biggest scam in Miami Beach when it comes to restaurants. Not only do they add 7% to the bill, but they also automatically add 20% gratuity without any mention of it. And also, the servers expect tips on top. So expect to pay 40% to 50% on top of your base price. This happened to me last night at this restaurant. Bunch of reviews that say the same thing. It happens everywhere here in Miami Beach. Be aware, check your bill, ask the server before you order, or just don't go out to Miami Beach.
After all those goofy fees, your bill is almost doubled. All this is doing is keeping locals away. They know the tourists are going to pay because they don't know any better. Miami Beach is one of those places where it's a tourist trap. There is a water donation fee. I am about to lose my mind.
Restaurant bill had a 4% charge for health insurance or staff wellness. And I've been seeing this on the receipts of restaurants all over San Diego. They're allowed to put it on there, but you can't be forced to pay it. If you ask them to take it off, they have to remove it. I've also seen some places put a $2 water donation fee if you drink water. There's a new California law, SB 478, that's supposed to go into effect July 1st, that's supposed to block these junk fees. basically saying they're not allowed to advertise a lower fee and then tack off junk fees that you didn't know or expect, except for government taxes and government fees. So to me, that sounds like they're going to have to embed it into the price of food, and they won't be able to put these health care wellness 4% surcharges on our bills anymore. But have you seen that in other states besides California? The big thing is you don't have to pay that surcharge, that 4%. It says, it's supposed to say on the bottom of your receipt, please ask the server for this to be removed if you do not want to pay. But that's putting the customer in a really awkward place. It's already awkward enough that they make you fill out the tip thing in front of the server as they pass you the touchscreen swiper, and they're just waiting and looking at you saying, I hope you have a great day. Anyway, if we go into a restaurant and know that we're going to have to pay 20% for tip, 4% for a surcharge, you basically have to look at the price of a meal and say, okay, I have to add 25% on top of that. And taxes.
These restaurants really think we're dumb. The audacity to call a fee a donation. For water, really? Tap water at that? No, this is getting way out of hand. I'm glad California is doing something about it. Service fees, gratuity fee, ratatouille fee, whatever the kind of fee, it's all a scam. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. Olive Garden iPad scamming.
Olive Garden scamming.
Don't record. The little tabletop game on at Olive Garden, and all my wife did was press the game, like the menu for the games, to look through it. She swiped left, then the waitress came and said, oh, let me see that, let me show you how to pay, and interrupted the swiping, and they charged us $2.99. Thank you.
That makes no sense.
But she did obviously take it off, but it was a moment like, do I really complain about the $2.99? We didn't play the game. She only got to look at one in the menu.
And you know what I think?
$2.99.
It's the
Would you make them
principality
remove
of
the
it.
$2.99 charge?
Stay away from the tabletop games. Imagine if your kid get a hold of that. You could have $63. Who is gratuities? $63.
What in the tablet scamming is this? You gotta pay $3 at Olive Garden. Make it make sense, please. If they want to play goofy games, then they're gonna win goofy prizes. If they want to charge $3 for a game, I'm getting my money's worth one way or another. Taking all that free bread home. Shady fees are hurting Vegas.
All right, Vegas, here we go again. These hidden fees, I'm telling you. So if you haven't seen my last video, check it out. But this is proof right here. I literally got receipts. So this tourist right here comes to Vegas, goes to Hell's Kitchen, has a summer sampler right up there for $80. He gets his tax, $6 something, a tip already charged to him for almost $15, and then his total. And then they have the audacity to put down here, gratuity not included. Here's your options for the tip. So who keeps this? The restaurant? I'm telling you, this is getting out of hand, these hidden fees, and it's making our tourists lose faith in the business that we're running here in Vegas. They are. They're getting nickeled and dimed all the way down the strip. Stuff like this. I'm telling you, this is hurting us, Vegas. This is hurting us. It's shady, it's sneaky, and it's making our tourists lose trust in visiting Vegas.
These restaurants do realize that tip and gratuity mean the same thing. They're just synonyms. They really think their customers have worms for brains. This tipping culture should end. Employers should pay their workers. Vegas, it's killing itself with these outrageous prices on everything. I kind of agree with this cake fee, but she did end up getting famoused.
Okay, so you know when you go to a restaurant and then you bring your own wine, then obviously they're going to charge you a fee, usually like a $10 fee or $20 fee for whatever wine that you bring in, because you're not drinking their wine, you're drinking your own. See, I always knew about that, but it's just really mind-boggling to me recently that I went to a restaurant with a cake and I gave them the cake to tell them to put it in the fridge like I do with every other place. And everything was fine, no one said anything to me, and when the bill came, I was appalled to see that there was a $10 cake fee. Since when are we doing cake fees? Even if there is a cake fee, like honestly, I'm fine with it, but you have to let the customer know. Like if I brought you a cake to tell you to put in the fridge and you're gonna charge me $10, if you told me that, I would just put it back into the car.
Listen, at the end of the day, they're a business and you're taking up space in their fridge. What do you expect? These places aren't nice. All they care about is money. So if you're not buying one of their cakes, they are definitely going to charge you for keeping your cake cold. You can't really blame them. Even takeout isn't safe anymore.
I bring my own container now when I get a takeout order. I gotta bring my own bag, my own container, and make sure that it's not hidden in the bill, because this is what happened. cost of things are getting out of control. Aside from everybody needing a tip, now during takeout, this woman wanted to charge me $1 for the takeout container. So she's showing me the bill, and I'm like, what is that $1 for? Well, that's for the takeout container, the bag, and the silverware. I said, I don't want that. I said, I want the sandwich, and I want it maybe wrapped in foil. Like, before you gave that to me without charging me $1, and if you're gonna charge me for it, put it in the price. I don't want to see it, because if I see it, I'm gonna lose my shit. What I also thought was weird is I ordered a sandwich, it was $13.99, and she goes, okay, I'll be right back. Where are you going? She goes, I gotta go figure it out in the back. What? $13.99 plus tax. I think you have a calculator right in front of you. What am I missing? So as consumers, I think we need to start pushing back. We need to say something. So I said something and she took it off. You gotta say something, because this is getting out of control.
Why can't restaurants just include it in the price? Why are they so dumb? Even though it's just $1, it's the fact that they're so blatant with the ridiculous service fees. They really think they can keep scamming people without any pushback. Watch out for this restaurant scam.
Before you eat at a restaurant, watch out for this scam. Hi, waiter, I'm ready for the check. Here you go, sir. Here's the check. What is this random 3% fee? Is that like an automatic tip or something? Oh no, that's just our 3% surcharge that is put in place by corporate. Well, actually, this is called a junk fee. You guys basically charge this so that the customer can pay that fee for you. Well, yes, this is our credit card processing fee. Well, I am not obligated to pay this because that's the restaurant's job. All right, I'll talk to my manager. I just spoke to my manager and we waived that fee for you because we are obligated to do so when the customer asks. So here's your new bill. By the way, how do you know this? Simply just follow denying.
All these fees are really going to make people turn into Karens. Do you really want to go and speak to the manager every time you go out to eat? It's called a restaurant for a reason, not a stress-restaurant. Can't even have a steak and fries in peace. There is now a living wage fee.
Attention Californians, before you pay any bill at a restaurant, you might want to focus in on a new fee that's becoming more popular, the living wage fee of 18%. This fee is dine-in only, and it goes directly to staff payroll and provides a living wages to the team. And if you choose a tip, that's extra. I'm not saying that people who work in restaurants shouldn't get paid. If you serve people, you should definitely get paid what you're worth. So if you're out and about eating, pay attention to the menu. You should see the fee on there, so you're not surprised at the end. But there are restaurants that have added the fee, but they haven't updated their menu yet. And if that happens, you can tell them to remove the fee because by law, they're not allowed to. So don't be surprised when this fee pops up. Do me a huge favor, share this video so other people are aware.
I'm about to crash out. There's no way they've added this new living wage fee. So all of a sudden these businesses have turned into nonprofits where the consumers must now donate to keep their business afloat. It should really be, I refuse to pay my employees a living wage fee. All of these fees are really signaling the end for tipping culture. There is an entertainment fee.
I'm gonna give you all a little tip just in case you didn't already know about this. You know how when you go to a restaurant and you sit down and they've got those little things on the table where you can, like, those little digital deals where you can push the buttons and like request your waiter, get more water. You can pay on your, like you pay for your check there. You know, the little digital things. You can play games on them if you so wanted to pay for that. So we sit down to eat, and I ain't even kidding that within the first 3 seconds, my son hits a button on this little machine here, and so my husband grabs it really quickly and hits cancel on it, okay? Because I watched him hit cancel. This literally happened within just like a few seconds of sitting down. We get our bill at the end of the dinner, and there's like a $3 entertainment fee on there. So I'm like, what? Entertainment fee? I entertained my kids the whole time we sat at that day. If anybody's getting $3, it's me, because didn't nobody come over here and entertain my children so I could eat my burger in peace. So I'm like, we need to figure this situation out. So we asked the guy that's walking by. I was like, hey, there's a $3 entertainment fee on here. We're pretty certain it's because my son hit this little button when he sat down, but it happened within 2 seconds and we hit cancel. And he said, well, just so you know, that when you hit that little button to play a game, even if you hit cancel, it charges you. And people don't check their tickets to see that that's on there. So people are just paying these fees and they're not even paying attention. They're swiping their card, signing their name, giving a tip, and getting the heck out of there. Oh, not me, because penny pincher myself, I'm checking my ticket. I'm checking everything on my ticket. Like if it says I got a soda and I got water, you better take that $2 off. I got a water on purpose to save $2. Anyways, note to self. Take those off the table immediately when you get there. Don't even give it 2 seconds. But check your tickets. Watch your kids, because y'all pay entertainment fees and you didn't even know it, and y'all ain't even getting entertained. Just telling you.
Aren't there anti-consumer laws that protect from deceptive practices like this? There should be at least a sign stating that you will be charged if you play with the tablet. At this point, you're going to be charged each time you put food in your mouth. People really can't eat in peace anymore. And the worst part, this is targeted at kids because they're the ones that mainly play with the tablets. If you thought that was bad, click on this video to see why regular Americans can't survive on their paychecks.